Tiffany Draper. Number 1, Libby Carnes. Number 2, Kaylee Weiss.
Welcome back to Lincoln High School. I'm Ben Pahl with Michael Abraham, and we are set. LaSalle Falcons taking on Oregon City, and this is a game I'm really excited for because, yes, it's the loser's bracket, but both these teams ran into some really quality opponents. LaSalle putting up a good fight against Grants Pass, and then Oregon City, they drew Carruthers in the first round.
Yeah, tough draw for both teams, but both teams at this level are super evenly matched. We get to look at a couple of really good players. Ava Bergensen for the Falcons is an outstanding player. We've got freshman Livy Carnes that I'm really anxious to see how she handles the Falcon pressure as a freshman at Oregon City.
Look at this ritual from Oregon City right now pregame. They're all laying down, having a conversation. I like it. Everyone's got to do your own thing pregame. And I think about this game, Oregon City, the Pioneers, they're a good team. It's about containing Ava Bergeson, really. But then for the Falcons, the flip side, who else can you get to help her out?
I'm sorry, Ben.
Yep.
I got distracted for just a moment.
No, yeah, you were watching Denver, unfortunately.
Trying to watch the end of that Denver game, but I wanted to get it done before this game.
Yep,
so
well,
now you've got my complete
there we go.
attention, my man.
Good ending for Joe Burrow. Good win for Simpson.
Fantastic performance by him. Denver got the ball 3 times in overtime and couldn't do anything with it. So
3 times, that's a lot.
Yeah. They had a missed field goal that they didn't capitalize on.
Tip won by Bergeson, and we are underway.
Nice move to start.
Kaylee Weiss takes it up for the Pioneers.
Yeah, we saw Oregon City last time run us some trouble running the dribble drive and just not being able to beat their man off the dribble to create enough opportunities for him.
Three's going to go up. Long rebound. Oregon City is going to get a second chance here. It's a really nice finish.
Nice shot.
Good finish. Kaylee Weiss.
Good pass over the top against the pressure.
Kaylee Weiss with a really good move to the hoop there. Going inside. That's a good block. And a throwaway though. Trying to get it to Weiss.
Oregon City's going to try and turn the game into more frenetic up and down style.
Head coach Tiffany Travers standing at edge of the bench right now, watching her team on this defensive possession. Bergeson's going to take it, gets it stripped.
Ooh.
Yeah,
late whistle.
I think that's everyone's reaction. Ooh.
You want to be careful about reaching. If you give her an open look, she's not going to miss too many of them.
No, I like the way they're playing D on her right now, though. Size mismatch, though. They're going to need help. Help does come, and she scores anyways. Help came, and she's still able to get it over them.
Yeah. Nice look. You see LaSalle's already slows the tempo down a little bit, walks it up, and they'll look for their weapons, I think. And there she is again on the low block.
And they're going to need help right there.
Oh, she rushed herself. No need to rush and do a step away there. Lots of time.
Weiss at the point. Weiss drops it off. Yeah, I saw that too. Rule of thumb, if I notice a travel, it's definitely a travel.
Always a travel.
If I notice it, because I don't have a great eye for it, so if I see it, then yeah.
Ben, did you go tell him to turn the air conditioner up? Feels like that might be something you do to me today.
Yeah, no. Well, I put my coat on, so I'd rather it be warmer in here as well. So we're in the same boat right now.
Holy moly!
Yeah, might be good for the players. Maybe the players requested it. Who knows?
Oh, I used to like a hot gym.
Really?
Hotter the gym, the better.
Seriously?
Yeah, you want your players sweating and loose and warm. Yeah. Nobody wants to come to the bench and literally get cold.
Yeah, that's a good point. Once you sit down for a few minutes, it'd be hard to go back in.
Yeah, the Oregon City pressure is not going to be very effective if they allow them the over-the-top pass. And LaSalle did a really nice, patient job.
Three-pointer, not going to go.
Great matchup. Straight man-to-man. Good call.
4:40 left to play first quarter.
Yeah, Oregon City changed their zone. Went to more of a little bit higher pressure to stop that over-the-top pass. And LaSalle's crowded the floor offensively a little bit more on this trip. Yeah, McLeet doesn't really have a purpose. She's driving, but she's not really sure what she wants to do when she gets down there.
Checking into the Pioneers is number 5, Abby Noble.
Post up, Ava Bergeson,
Yep.
That's a bucket.
Seen that a few times in the tournament with her. A quick lob. She's got great length, great hop.
Carnes gives it off.
There's
Good drive
the tee
and
up.
feed.
That's exactly how that half-court offense is supposed to operate. Try and draw the big man defender up to the middle of the key, up above the free throw line, up to the middle of the lane there, and dump the bounce pass in underneath behind the defense.
First foul shot good for Cameron Dilly. Second one short, rebound Bergeson.
Ferguson's got a big mismatch. If they wanted to move her down on the block, she's got a 6-inch height advantage over her defender. There's that straight line pass. Ben, that eye-level pass into the post.
Three from the corner.
Oh.
Got an open look in the corner, won't go. That's what they want, though. That's the look they want. Good pressure in the backcourt by Carnes. They do break the 10 seconds. To Bergeson inside. They're feeding her down low.
Just rushing herself a little bit. Once she gets it in the paint, she can take her time and balance up, get whatever shot she wants.
As Coach Traver told us yesterday, they don't have any big fellas. They're a small team. And so they're going to try to exploit the Bergeson mismatch. Bergeson, if I had to guess, I'd say she's probably around 6 feet. And the tallest player in Oregon City is listed at 5'9". Livy Carnes, dribble drive, pull up, couldn't get it. Bergeson clears the glass. She's going to get a lot of boards this game.
Nice finish.
Finish and a timeout called from LaSalle. Finished by Lindsay Kaponski.
LaSalle.
Kapanowski.
Yeah, LaSalle with a quick timeout right after the bucket. They're trying to organize it. I think they're going to see a little bit of switch on defense here.
Qdoba, with locations across Oregon and parts of Washington, proudly supports the Portland Interscholastic League Girls Basketball Tournament. Fuel your next event with our fresh and flavorful catering options. Qdoba. So I finally was able to sit down and take a look at the full schedule so there's no more speculating. After this game, it'll be Southridge versus Silverton, winner's bracket from
That
yesterday.
should be an outstanding game.
Southridge, a very good team. And then it'll finish off with Carruthers and Grants Pass. Should be fantastic as well.
Yeah, we saw all 4 of those teams actually yesterday. Carruthers outstanding. They're going to have, I would think they'd be the favorite.
Yes, they will be the favorite.
Like we said, we've seen some great players in the tournament. We've seen Hadley Craig.
Hadley Craig. You crossed yourself up there. Hadley Craig.
I did. I gave myself the old one, too.
Hadley Craig,
Ava Bergeson, Jaylee Moore from Carruthers is an outstanding player. Mia Vasili is a great player.
And the winner of this game, congratulations, you get to play Auburn and Avery Hansen.
Avery Hansen had a double-double today.
Yep. I like the pace. It's a slower pace. I think LaSalle's comfortable with that.
They call that play ATO. They just ran double high screen for the point guard, and then eventually a screen for Bergeson in the middle.
Nice unselfish play from the star, Ava Bergeson.
Nice move.
Oh, that's unlucky that she wasn't able to get the finish there because that was a really nice move. 3 cashed in, Abby McGill.
2 for 3. They traded in the missed deuce, got the 3 instead.
McGill, a 5'6" freshman, and she's getting in. Almost got a steal there. Bergeson, too powerful. And that is a jump ball.
LaSalle's got a freshman point guard themselves, and Kaylee Henry. She threw it to Bergeson on the move there in the center of the zone. Always better to let her get her feet set, get some space, and then enter that ball so she doesn't have to catch it on the move. Nice weak side help.
And another jump ball. This time it'll go to LaSalle.
The Falcons have seen the dribble game offense a million times. They run it themselves, so they know how to defend it. And they're doing a great job of sagging off, taking off the easy cross pass. They want that baseline skip pass or the tee-up pass in the middle of the key. If they can deny that, then the only pass available to them is the out pass. And because they're so small, they're ending up getting tied up in the middle.
That's just too tall. Looking for Henry. Carnes. Down to Dilly.
Call that the nail split there. They bring up a weak side post to the high and then run the split the post at the nail on elbow of the key.
Here's Livy Carnes. Dishes it outside. That's a great look. No good. Carnes with the rebound, though. There are 2 Carnes out there. And that is Alexi Carnes who scores.
Oh, there's a good pass. Wasn't sure she saw her.
Did not get it off. So the Falcons lead 12-10 at the end of one. You know, the pace of this game has been a little bit slower, but I think both teams trying to feel it out a little bit. I wouldn't be surprised if it picked up at some point.
Yeah, I think that there's going to be a run. The first team to make the good run is going to take a big advantage here. Neither team is really high-powered offensively. LaSalle is basically based around Bergeson, and Oregon City's got a very well-rounded scoring group, but none of the players are going to score a ton of points.
I think that's well said, and I'm struggling right now to wonder if Livy and Alexi Carnes are related. I will say Alexi is 7 inches taller, so I feel like it makes it less likely that they're siblings, but still not impossible.
I would be almost shocked if they're not siblings.
Okay.
But we'll check. We'll ask one of the parents when we get a break in the
Exactly. Man, if I was 7 inches taller than my brother, I'd be pushing him around.
Well, you know, she's only a freshman,
right?
so she's got a couple years. Yeah.
Wow.
I'm 7 inches taller than my brother, and he's only 11 months younger than me. So We played on every sports team that we ever competed on together. High school football, as long as he played basketball, high school basketball,
yeah.
baseball. Yep, he went, but he ended up being a Beaver, and I ended up staying local and coaching at St. Mary's Academy and going to Portland State.
Hey, but at least neither of you guys went to the Ducks.
Here's a piece of trivia for you, Ben.
Of course.
Who was the youngest head coach in the history of Oregon? Any sport.
You.
You bet your
Yes, sir.
bottom dollar.
I knew that.
Crazy.
I knew that much about you.
Isn't that crazy?
That is
20
crazy.
years old. Can you believe somebody hired me at that age?
Were you a head coach?
I was the head coach at St. Mary's Academy Blues when I was 20.
Oh, my goodness. They trusted you at that?
They sure did, and we went to the state final.
All right, so they...
My first year, we went to the state final, and we won it when I was 23.
All right, hey, so they put it in good hands then. Love it.
Yeah, not today's times, I don't think that would ever
No,
happen,
I don't think it would.
Back then, you know...
That's a good trap from Oregon City. Very good trap.
Oh, dribbled straight out of
Yeah,
bounds.
I was going to say, I kept waiting for her to make a move or something.
I did too. I thought maybe she
Hoping
was
the
gonna
ref wasn't going to
come to a stop.
Yeah.
Maybe she missed, it's a little shadow
Yeah,
on the
didn't know.
baseline. Maybe she lost track.
But it's dribbling out of bounds. Wingott hands it off to Mogul. Mogul out to Alexi Carnes.
Yeah, it's just tough to dribble. Oh, don't push.
Yep.
You want to keep your body free. Oh, they let him get away with one. They waited for the next one to get him.
Yep. Cameron Muth will check in.
They just have done a really good job of taking that pass away.
That's a good steal. Picked her pocket. And the finish. There's Reese Wingott.
Yeah, they're just not doing a real energetic cuts against the pressure. Ball movement, people movement. There's a good pass.
Yes. Good seal.
Both teams seem flat, or is it my imagination? They don't seem to have the same fire the last two teams.
I think that you're right. I don't think it's just your imagination. Oregon City is getting a little bit of bounce on the offensive end.
Yeah. LaSalle's not moving with the same fluidity they did yesterday.
No. Thought about it, picked it back out. Blocked. That was Nola Bartley swatting it away.
Turn and shoot. Yeah, Bergeson's a lot more stagnant today.
Everyone's kind of wondering.
Yeah.
Cameron Dilley is going to come in, along with Livy Carnes. So 14-12.
And they double team Bergeson on the cut. Nice cut.
That's a basket.
Yeah. She shreds the Oregon City defender and still gets a bucket.
If she gets it that deep, it's game over. Leads to a steal.
Let's make a good choice here.
And it'll work.
There you go.
There's Nola Bart. No, Lindsay Kapanowski. Kapanowski. There we go.
Nice defense.
Good defense. Bergeson's a really good defender.
Yeah. Does a good job of getting wide. Not necessarily, people always yell hands up. What you really want is hands out.
Yep. And Oregon City needs a timeout or something here. They're completely out of sorts.
One is not forthcoming, apparently. But they just decided not to go with it.
So it's 18-12 in favor of LaSalle at the moment.
And again, LaSalle's going to walk it up. They could just dribble the ball to a wing and clear a side and enter it straight in.
That's what Oregon City needed. They needed that.
Yep.
From Ayla Pontius.
Those are the live ball turnovers we talked about a lot yesterday.
And that's not
Oh,
good.
no. Did we lose a knee? I didn't see what happened.
I didn't see
Did
what
she
happened.
slide or plant? And
She stepped upward and it gave out.
oh boy. Those are.
I call it a phantom floor. It's like you stepped, it's like your leg went through the floor.
She's trying to tough it out.
We're gonna.
Yeah, that's not a good look.
That's not a good sign, and we'll be back after this.
Yeah, they're going to take Nora Hudson off. She had a non-contact, just kind of landed awkwardly when she was backpedaling to inbound the ball. They took her straight to the training table.
Really hope that hopefully, it's not as bad as we think it could be.
Yeah.
But gonna hope for the best. And
They were on Johnny on the spot.
yes, they were. The training staff here is doing a phenomenal job.
See how LaSalle responds. It's always tough to watch one of your teammates.
Yes,
go
very
down.
tough.
Good job by Oregon City escaping the trap. Stay spaced. There's the nail, split the post. It hasn't really gotten much.
Three-pointer, no good. Rebound to Bergeson. And this foul, I think, will go on Oregon City.
Very quick half, already down to 3.5 minutes left in the second half. Relatively low-scoring game.
Yeah.
In the second quarter, I'm sorry.
I was going to say, second half, this will be quite low scoring, unfortunately. Bergeson, no hesitation.
God, she's got a beautiful stroke.
Yes.
When we watched, her range is a good 2 steps behind the three-point line, too. She's got the ability.
At least.
Looks like they're checking an ankle more than they're checking a knee.
which would be a better sign than we think, probably, right? Because that would be not as bad if it was ankle.
She might have just rolled it over a little bit.
Hopefully it's just something like that and not a torn ACL or anything like that. Lexi Carnes kicks it out. That's a hard drive, and there to clean it up.
Finally got a layup to go.
Cameron Dilly. Ferguson, too easy.
You've got to have your whole team on guard when she's bringing the ball up the floor. Great move.
Carnes to Muth. Muth in the paint.
It's a nice move. Keep it and bring it up yourself. Make a play. Nice
Ferguson,
find.
good find, and a foul.
Nice catch and good attempted finish there by McLeod Wandwosen. I just wanted to say that.
Yeah, exactly. I knew you wanted to get that in eventually.
I'm guessing Dutch.
I was thinking
Dutch hair.
something like that.
I spent a lot of time recruiting in Sweden and Norway. Lots of names of that ilk.
Yep. Sounds about. You definitely got the region right. So Juan Wozen will get one more here. One or two.
I think it's worth noting that Bergeson's guarding a 5'6" guard and doing a great job as perimeter defender.
Bergeson has it here.
Walker down and pull it.
Three's long. Bergeson trying to get in the mix. Carnes comes away with it. Carnes the drive. Carnes the
Nice
finish off the
finish.
glass.
I think you really have to make a concerted effort not to let Livy Carnes get to her left hand. She's
Yes.
super strong. One
Carnes
dribble too
doubles Juan Wasson. Physical play. Will stay with LaSalle because of the possession arrow.
many. Yeah, McLeod had the right idea. You just have to pick that dribble up quicker. You do your job as soon as you draw help to you. You don't need to be into the double team before you pick it up to pass. As soon as the double team shows a little bit, pick it up, move it on to the next player, and get the defense playing catch up.
So LaSalle up 21-18. Minute 26 to play in the first half. And I think the referees are going to have a bit of a talk here. What do you think this could be about?
I'm not sure. Were they talking about possession?
That's what I'm wondering, if it had something to do with possession arrow or something.
I think they're just talking about the football game and giving everybody a quick timeout.
Quick timeout so they can relive the last.
We didn't see anything that was controversial that happened out on the floor.
You know, I don't think anything was controversial. If they were talking about possession arrow, I imagine they'd be talking to the scorer's table, not just amongst themselves, because I don't think you can just change a call.
Right. Did somebody take a timeout maybe? It doesn't look like a timeout.
It does not look like a timeout.
You know who probably did this?
Blake. Yeah.
Blake probably did something
inevitable.
down there.
We got
trying
it.
to decide if they keep him on the scorer's table.
Yeah, they're thinking about giving him the old heave-ho.
You know, the home team announcer.
Yep. They might have to. Trying to listen in here. Oh, wow. Was all this about the shot clock?
Yeah, there's only 1 second off of it now, and there was definitely a possession.
Okay.
So, and they're going to go with it as is.
So Blake, for now,
27.
allowed to remain for now.
Yeah. Blake.
We'll get him at some point.
Blake has not announced what happened down there. We wanted to hear it from him.
Yep. Makes it official.
Yep.
And Oregon City with an opportunity here.
Nice hustle back after the miss.
They're down just 3.
Nice job, Lindsay.
Carnes, good defense from the freshman.
Yeah, they can
LaSalle.
afford to put some pressure on. They've only earned their second team foul with a minute and a half left.
Kaylee Henry on defense there.
Let's see if they can keep her off the left side of the floor.
Freshman Kaylee Henry guarding Livy Carnes. Not an easy task. Carnes is going to drive on her. Kicked out, literally.
He let her get to her
Literally
left hand.
kicked out. It's a physical take, and she draws the contact.
She does not lack in aggression.
No.
Good strong body. She takes the ball up strong. Plays like the veteran senior that she is.
First free throw is good. From Kapinoski. I got it that time.
Kapinoski.
As long as we're projecting about regions, what do you got on that one?
Well, I don't know if I should even say. I believe that would be perhaps Polish.
Yeah, I was actually same
Polish heritage,
same
maybe?
ballpark there. My last name's Pahl, P-A-H-L, and there's Livy Carnes taking it with the left hand.
Are you of Polish heritage?
No, German.
German. You speak German.
You're funny.
I spreche Deutsch.
33 seconds left. I understood a little bit of that.
I can start announcing the game in German if
that
you'd like.
would be quite something.
Fraulein Kimber from Central Catholic could be thrilled if I used my German for something other than a war movie.
Don't think it'd fly with Ryan too much,
No.
considering most of our audience probably wouldn't understand.
Probably doesn't speak German. No, it's probably one of the most worthless languages I could have chosen because I had an option to take Spanish.
Yeah, I was
even
gonna say.
American Sign Language would have been better.
I was going to say you would have used it. You'd use ASL a lot. That's a great language.
Yeah,
to
my
know.
son's an ASL speaker and my niece. I wish I had learned it.
No, it's very, very useful, and it's a phenomenal language thing to know.
I had the best deaf player in women's basketball history.
Really?
Play for us at Cal State Cal State Long Beach.
Uh-huh.
Her
So you
name
picked
was
up a little-
Kirsten Cummings.
Picked up a little bit of it?
Yeah, yeah, very little.
Okay.
Kirsten was a tremendously good lip reader, and she would just turn her. She had a very slight ability to hear.
Okay.
So when just loud noises, she could hear the vibration. I think she heard more vibration than anything. But she would turn her ear when she'd shoot free throws. She'd turn her hearing aids down.
that would be the one time you don't want to.
Yeah, she was a Kodak first team Kodak All-American back then. That was the #1 All-American team for women.
Ferguson, good if it goes. So it's 25-20 at the half. Both teams obviously, feel like they got a shot to win this one, but I think Oregon City just needs a little more life on the offensive end.
Yeah, both teams, as we mentioned, don't have the same fervor that they had yesterday. And a lot of that has to do with it's a break. Their second game in 2 days, they're in the loser's bracket. There's not as much to play for. And they're familiar with each other. Sometimes it's better to play somebody you're not as familiar with just because it's somebody new, fresh.
Yep. So, 25-20, we'll be back in 10 minutes.
you? Good. It's been a while. Good, good. How are you? What are you up to? Yeah. Coaching, you know, never left. Still there, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Brinley.
Welcome back to Lincoln High School. I'm Ben Pahl with Michael Abraham. Got to get into some second half action with LaSalle up 25-20, and a bit of an update. Nora Hudson, thankfully, does not look like an ACL. She is on crutches, but you'd know more than me. But it looks better than I thought it could. It's not as bad as I thought it could have been.
As hard as she went down and as much pain as she
I was
seemed
worried
to
with an
be in.
ACL injury.
Right, and if it's we hate to speculate on severity of anything, but she's on the bench. She does have her ankle wrapped.
It's good to see that she's there with her team.
Right. And the team didn't drop off much, when she left.
Yeah, because it's always tough when you see someone go down. But
it's a testament to her toughness that she's still in uniform and sitting on the bench with her teammates.
So they're going to have they are going to have one less available sub, Sal, but they still got 4 available on the bench. Oregon City, I believe, has about 4 or 5 girls on the bench, and they trail 25-20. Just got to get some more offensive production.
Yeah, they just have not been able to find any seams in their dribble drive offense, and they haven't scored when they have had opportunities near the rim. They just haven't been able to finish. But in games like this, it only takes a bucket or two to get a team rolling. So let's see what happens this half.
Good strip. She has no dribble. She does get it away. Kaylee Weiss. Weiss to Carnes. Down to Pontius. Pontius. Weiss will recover. Good defense from Bergeson and
blocking. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think that's the right call probably.
Yeah, that's a tough. That's the offensive dribbler's responsibility is to slow down. You never want to be early on a screen. You want to come late.
Yeah.
And if anything else, you slow down, let the screen get absolutely established, and then use it.
Because as much as it's a tough one, I do think that was the right call.
Yeah, she kind of set her teammate up for a foul.
Yes,
there.
she absolutely did. Bergeson trying to post up.
And she wanted it, and they had her. But you can't pick up your dribble 45 feet away from the rim. You've got to keep your dribble.
I want to see Bergeson launch some ones more, but they're not giving her anything on the outside because they're not letting her shoot. They're face guarding her.
Both teams have done a really good job pressuring the perimeter, making any kind of interior passes really difficult.
25-20, our score, 7:10 to play, third quarter. Cash in the first free throw. That's Nola Bartley.
Ben, I was going to be upset at you if you went into the hospitality room and didn't bring me back pizza.
Yeah? Uh-oh.
Did you go to the hospitality room without me, Benjamin?
I'm going to plead my Fifth Amendment rights in this instance.
Wow, Ben, I thought we'd had developed that kind of a relationship where you bring a slice of pizza to your elder.
To your elders.
And I'm here freezing in this cold June.
Even with your...
And now I'm freezing and starving.
You see, it's a bad combination. You're going to have to report to Ryan Johnson.
I'm going to have a coronary probably by the next quarter.
The brutal working conditions here in the gym at Lincoln High School with all the free food we can ask. 27-20.
I just need a partner who's,
willing to get you some pizza. Won't go. Bergeson's there. She's taking on a whole team. Good steal.
That's where you use your pivot and not your dribble.
Kaylee Weiss taking it away.
I will say this, Oregon City is the only team I've seen in the tournament whose entire team has the same shoe on.
You know what? I hadn't even noticed that.
I noticed the shoes the other day, what the variety of shoes we had on. And actually, I think LaSalle
does as well.
Shoe.
That might be the storyline of the whole tournament, as Bergeson's there to tap it back in. Never thought I'd find myself talking about it.
You just times 10 on that one, the storyline of the whole tournament.
I mean, no, but that is a big deal. I would do the G League games, and you see we do a game with the other people at the scorers table. What's your favorite shoe,
Right.
Everyone's got something different. So it's old school having the other one match.
Yeah,
I know. What's rare now is just common. You better be matching back in your time, probably.
That's what I said. I had red high-top Converse.
Yep.
Ben, you'd wear them now if you were using for Halloween, but you would not. I have some pictures of me back in the day where my shorts are literally I'm embarrassed. If I would have bent down to pick something up, I could have split them right up the middle.
Oh.
They were and they had a little buckle in the front.
Well, at least I
It
know.
was about as heavy. It probably weighed about 23 pounds.
Well, I know my next costume for the next Halloween.
You're going to dress up as Michael Abraham?
I will. I will
Oh,
dress
my
up
God,
as Michael
man.
Abraham.
I'll bring you a picture for you.
There we go. There we go.
You got to get some longer hair. I had a
I was
damn
going to
near
say, I've got
ponytail.
some work to do.
I had brown
You
hair
had a
then.
ponytail?
I did.
No way.
I did. It's true. I was in the 70s.
Yeah,
I was a
you kinda
70s
had to
kid.
back then,
I
yeah.
graduated in 1977, so I know I sound youthful, but
Hey,
you would probably think I was not
I feel
a
like
day
basketball,
over 64.
coaching has kept you young, though, yeah?
It has.
Exactly.
It has.
You've learned some of the new trends that others wanted to have at your age.
But it just gave me all these gray hairs, too.
Coaching gives you gray hair,
Yeah,
that's for sure.
It does. But I have my hair. I didn't pull it out.
There we go. That's something you should be proud of. You get done
Thank you.
coaching and you got your hair. Right now,
Oh, nice move.
Carnes.
Finally got something out of that split.
Yep.
They've been running that high post nail split and just haven't been able to get anything out of it.
Coach Fiorante might be getting some gray hairs if that one had gone out of
Yeah.
bounds, but he's able to get the timeout.
Well, we've talked about that position on the floor against pressure. It's just a kiss of death, and he managed to get a timeout before they turned it over.
Ever since starting to work with you, I think I have a constant fear now of that spot of the floor.
Stay out of there at the
Yeah.
Mac Club.
Well,
man.
yeah, whether or not I'm playing a game or not, I'm just
don't
never
go there.
stopping there on that
Yeah,
area
just
of the
don't
floor.
go there.
Not going to go there. Off limits.
Yeah, it's so funny. My high school coach was a guy named John Roach. He was an Oregon legend, probably in the Oregon Hall of Fame as a coach. Used to be the North Eugene coach, then the Central Catholic coach, and then his son, Chris, and he coached the Wilsonville team down there. And I learned so much basketball from him. He made us a notebook of all kinds of basketball rules in every set, and I used that as my coaching Bible for the next 40 years.
40 years.
Yeah, there was some timeless stuff in there. Things that we didn't run, but just thoughts and idioms and sayings and inspirational things.
Absolutely. That's a good play out of the timeout. Just didn't hit it.
Nice
She does
hustle.
track it down. Look at the swarming D from the Pioneers when
Freshman
there's
on
any loose
freshman.
ball.
Oh, the push off. Yep.
It was just enough.
Just enough.
Just enough.
Good hustle back.
Yep.
That one was one of those that if it wasn't so pronounced, she probably would have got away.
Yep, yeah, just a little bit too much of an extension.
Look how similar those two players are in build and size and look. LaSalle's point guard and Oregon City's
Yes,
point guard.
I was
we're
thinking
talking
that
about.
too.
Both freshmen, both real skilled.
Hate to tell you, but Libby Carnes is actually a sophomore.
Is she?
Hate to break it to you. I
No.
didn't want to say anything earlier.
Doggone it.
Yep. Still an
I thought she
underclassman.
was a rookie.
Underclassman. Blocking foul called on the Pioneers. And Coach Tiffany Traver is not the happiest camper on the
No.
sideline over here.
I wish they listed the assistant coaches' names on our little.
Yeah. So we could see.
Yeah, they've
that
got a
fan-
staff that should get some credit. Some of these guys are doing a bang-up job.
Absolutely.
And of course we have.
Mullet.
Yes.
Best you'll ever
he
see.
deserves full naming rights.
Oh, I need to personally introduce myself after
Yeah,
this one is
I'd
over.
like you to.
Yes.
And tell him we've made his mullet.
Yes.
I can't believe we're the first person who's noticed.
No, I highly doubt it.
Yeah.
Everyone is building. Look at coach, assistant on Oregon City. Livy Carnes with her right hand. Pump fakes the three, does Alexi Carnes. Gives it off to Mogul. Mogul inside, extra pass,
There
and we're
they
tied.
go. And suddenly, they finally got some of those weak side skip passes that they've been looking for.
Ferguson doesn't want to get too trapped into the corner here. Almost turned over.
Now they're going to pick and pop her, I would think.
Good use of her body.
Nice. Same play, opposite side of the floor. No, she had a really good look right when she caught it.
Carnes
Big
for
shot.
3. And they're ahead.
Oregon City takes their first lead.
Here's the freshman.
Ooh, I thought that was going up. There's a good option.
Wow.
That was brief.
She shoot that from the white line? Or was
Not
she
quite the
a few
white
steps
line,
in front?
but
Okay.
somewhere in between
Yeah.
the white line and the top of the key.
Wow.
But she didn't hesitate.
No. Mogul for 3.
We talked about one team just needs one little run. So far, it's been Oregon City. Nice pass.
Down low to Ava Bergeson.
It's just been a really uneven offensive game. You know, nothing comes easy to either team.
Mogul on the backside, almost stolen.
Yeah,
They're
bad
going to get
foul.
Bergeson with a foul. Not her third. It's the team's third in this quarter.
Those fouls on my elite players always frustrate me because she's got such great length. She should be 3 feet off and eating that gap up with her arm span instead of trying to hold her body close.
38-34, LaSalle has regained their lead.
I'm huge on picking at the ball. She should always have an active hand, but she needs better spacing. Oops. Plenty of time.
3-pointer off the mark. 2 Pioneers go for the rebound. 1 does come away with it. It's Wayne Gott. Stolen by LaSalle.
Nice pass.
Excellent extra pass.
That was a beautiful pass. Oh,
And it
boy.
won't fall, but Bergeson's right there, and it doesn't go. Bergeson thought she was out. Could be a big break for Oregon City.
Nice
A block.
block.
Very nice block. I don't know. Whose ball is it? I can't tell.
We'll let them make the call.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm not making that
That's
call.
where they're making the big bucks. They get to the hospitality room, too. They got to make the call for
Right,
their
yeah.
food.
Or if they did it well enough, we'll give them the food, right?
All right, here we go. The ATL, double screen up high, and then a stagger pick for. They've gotten good results out of that play, but she can't catch it and throw it into the floor.
I was about to say, this is where you got to get on the floor.
When she first catches that entry pass, she's got to gather herself, chin the ball, pivot, read the floor, and be a little more patient. She'll learn that as she moves up in level. She's definitely going to be playing at the next level.
59 seconds left to play. Third quarter, 38-34. LaSalle leads. Did you know girls are twice as likely as boys to drop out of sports by the age of 14? Sport Oregon's She Flies initiative is here to change that. We're here to empower girls to stay in the game, build confidence, and inspire the next generation of athletes and coaches. Together, we can create a community that values fitness and sports for life. Learn more about She Flies and how you can support at sheflies.org. This tournament is just it's just so wonderful. You know, it was long overdue to get a big women's
they've
tournament
really
like this.
grown this tournament. They started off small, and it wasn't as well attended by college coaches or by teams, and now it's become a mainstay.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can run 4 gyms simultaneously all day long and have full TV coverage in all the gyms. You've done a really good thing.
Yes, very well run here. Got to give a big hand to everyone.
We've been thrilled with the way they've treated us.
Yes.
Ben, in spite of us.
Exactly. In spite of, we're not easy, but they still treat us well.
In
And
spite
they deserve
of
a
the
lot
special treatment we
exactly.
demand.
Despite all the crap we give Blake, he's doing a great job.
Yeah. Blake is the voice.
The voice
is the announcer here in the arena.
Yes.
He is the Ben of the live action.
There we go. 45 seconds to play, third quarter, and is this going to be foul shots? Yes, it will be. First one's well short. And Carnes never off the court for too long.
This is a good time to give players a blow. You get actual time rest. Take them out before the first free throw. Give them a quick breather.
Look at this. We have freshman Morgan Young chucking in for the Falcons. Getting probably because she came in for Bergeson, so I imagine this will just be the quarter rest for Bergeson. So you really can't have her off the floor very long.
And they don't want to pick up a cheap foul at the end of the
Yep,
quarter.
yep.
Nice.
Oh, beautiful.
Now there's a
so
really
well done.
beautiful new set. We haven't seen them run that one yet. All these are common sets out of the dribble drive, but it's difficult to get everybody on the same page when you sub so liberally. They did a great job there, even with backups.
Really good hands by Kaylee Weiss. And a foul called on LaSalle. Inbound to Carnes. Carnes.
Nice floater.
Float won't go. Not going to go. And so it's 39-36 at the end of 3 quarters. Oregon City in basically the same spot they were at the end of the first half. They had briefly taken a lead, had the Oregon City Pioneers. And with if you're the Falcons, and your coach Fiorante, what's your common message to your guys?
I think that we want to get back to the slower tempo. They did a good job in the beginning of the game, walking the ball up the floor, neutralizing Oregon City's pressure, working the ball around till they got the ball where they wanted to shoot it from. This last quarter and a half, they've kind of gotten into the tempo that Oregon City likes to play, which allowed Oregon City to get back in the game. Oregon City needs more possessions, and LaSalle needs fewer possessions and keeping the clock moving, fewer turnovers.
See, again, with Oregon City, they're not going to have a whole lot down low. I think they've done a really good job, for the most part, denying Bergeson the three-point shot.
Right.
Obviously, Bergeson's gotten some more down low, but I think working with what they have, which is a smaller unit, I think they've done a fairly good job. I want to see more of the I don't know what you call the last one, give, back, cut, immediately give back. Yeah, I'd like
they bring that post to the nail and try and, the old school give and go. You don't.
Yep.
It's just they run it on from the middle of the floor instead of from the wing. I'm actually surprised that LaSalle didn't try some zone with Bergeson's size advantage.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to save.
Let the two big players stay inside a little bit more and force Oregon City to play something besides the motion offense.
Yeah.
There's the good reverse pass. Now throw over the top. Perfect.
There's Bartley. Bartley,
nice show and
really
go.
Nice move and finish.
Show and go / Euro step.
So Oregon City trails by 5. Kick out to Weiss.
1 second late on that tee-up pass.
Falcons first team foul.
It's going to go on Kapanowski. Out to Carnes. Carnes left-handed drive, and she didn't have a whole lot of help. It does get it around. Open 3, not going to go.
Nice box out.
Yes, I was going to say, I don't think there was any contact there.
Never really caught her balance after the good
Nope.
box out. Nice left hand. Nice execution on the baseline out of bounds play there.
Bergeson's got it. Kapanowski into the corner with Juan Wasson.
Dump it inside.
Works it around. 3 off the mark. And a rebound to Dilly.
Yeah, I'd have liked to have seen that one jumped inside to the score.
Nice handoff and a good move inside and a great finish from Reese Wingott.
LaSalle's following more than they are cutting them off. In the first half, they did a better job of cutting them off.
Wingant's got it again in the corner. Great finish from her a minute ago. Oregon City is just making good extra passes. That one just didn't fall.
Oh, boy. She's lost focus a little bit. Bergerson
Yeah.
had a bad play defensively and a couple bad passes offensively. Could be fatigue.
Yeah, I think she's getting fatigued, a little frustrated with the way Oregon City's playing.
Yeah, and I think she gets frustrated if she's not going to get touches. You know, she's had a lot of opportunities to get a touch, and they just haven't found her. Another diagonal screen and a tee up.
Good drive, left side. Ferguson going for the ball. Timeout, Pioneers. So we got a battle. 6 minutes left.
I think if you told either team it could be a 1-point game with 5 minutes left and we'll play it from here, they would have both taken it.
I agree. Completely agree with that. You know, because if you're LaSalle, you've been the team that's, for the most part today, looked like you've had more offensive rhythm, but Oregon City's found it with some of these extra passes.
They just stay with it. You know, they really stay with it. They've stayed within their system. They don't have one player that has to score the ball. They've spread it around. You know, I think Livy Carnes keeps them moving, but the rest of them are all very complementary to one another. LaSalle stagnates when Bergerson doesn't get involved.
5:53 to play, fourth quarter.
Little back screen on Bergerson here and roll back. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Ferguson called.
Yeah, she was late getting into the passing lane. If she'd have prepared early, she could have made that same move and not had any contact. So important to prepare early defensively, get up the ball line, get between the man and the ball, and get an arm out. She's got such great length, she never needs to lunge. That's better, kept her body off. Just kind of drop, give space.
Carnes needs some help. It's a tough shot. They're staying with it, as you said. Because LaSalle forced the shot that they wanted to force. Pontius will check in.
Oregon City definitely looks like the fresher team.
Yes.
And the more energetic team now.
First free throw's up and good.
Checking into the Pels is number 21, Ayla Pontius.
Drains a pair. Give her team the lead.
Yeah, they're just really loose in their attack against this pressure.
Yeah, and I mean, look at that. It is going to find Bergerson, but out of luck mostly. They're just all out of sorts. Oregon City coaches didn't like that matchup. Bergerson really kind of staying with it herself here.
Tell you what, she can make a difference all by herself, but she needs to assert herself. I call it floating. I used to tell my best players, you don't get the opportunity to float. You have to play hard on every possession. The team is going to reflect her effort level.
It's a great response immediately.
Yeah.
Ouch. Really hope Bergerson is okay.
That was a big possession.
Does look like she's okay. She's back in it.
Maybe that'll wake her up. Sometimes the good might get the light of fire in her belly a little bit.
She had a good move the last time down the floor. Able to follow her shot and get a tough one to go. They're just giving so much pressure, Oregon City is, in half
look
court.
at the difference in body language between the two benches. Oregon City's kind of locked in.
Wow.
LaSalle just looks a little bit flat.
I think that's a good assessment of where we're at right now. And the boss is here.
The big boss just showed up. Always looking wonderful in his knickers.
44-43. 4:32 left to play in the fourth period. Fourth quarter, I should say.
Yes.
This isn't hockey. And
Is that what they call it? I haven't
Yeah,
watched a hockey game from start to finish in my entire
Entire
life.
life?
I'll always watch a hockey highlight for a good fight.
Right,
but
yeah.
I went to a hockey game and a fight broke out. It was the best thing that happened.
Oh, yeah, it sounds like a hockey game.
But
We have a fight here, not in a literal sense, just in a competitive sense. It's 44-43, 4:32 left to play.
okay, let's see what they came up with to attack this pressure better. I never like 5 people in the backcourt against pressure.
No.
I like 2 people in the deep corners to give you somebody to throw over the top. Now they're stuck right where they don't want to be.
Where you don't want to be stuck.
And LaSalle's got 4 players above the free throw line, which makes it easy to trap.
And this is where she's gonna put it up. And I think she's just a little tired.
Yeah.
Coming in, Abby Mogul.
This
Mogul
is exactly why college coaches watch players multiple times. You want to see them on good days and bad days. And why it's so tough to move up to the highest levels of college, because you've got to be able to produce night in and night out at a high level. That's why I'm so anxious to see the players we saw yesterday that excelled. Yeah.
Threw it to the bench. (44-43) Oregon City clinging to a lead, and it's another steal.
Oh.
The game's gotten a little sloppy. How about Bergeson?
Right, wake herself up now. That's what you need.
Quite a block right there.
Just don't, the team doesn't look excited when she makes a great play like that. That should have brought them all in for high fives and chest bumps in a game that's a 1-point
Would have
game.
for Oregon City.
Yeah. And you got to have that.
That's so difficult for Carnes at
over
5
the
foot.
bid.
And a foul is going to be called there. Oregon City got to give a lot of credit to Coach Traver. Yeah. They've found a defensive scheme, and it's working, and they're all bought into it.
Right. And again, you're going to see 5 white jerseys on the wrong side of their court and nobody deep to stretch the defense.
This game is physical. Both these teams going at it. They want to win.
Let's see. Okay, was Oregon City falling back now? Or are they taking the timeout? No. They're going to defend the half court now that the ball's been advanced a little bit. But LaSalle puts it in one of those sidelines. It's going to be a big trap. Pass before you go. Dribble to literally the worst place on the court.
And that's exactly. This is kind of what it was like when I was with Heather earlier today. The coach is just coming out, and and you just can't stop it. You're noticing things.
It just, I was just saying, you just can't stop on this side of half court, back dribble out and reverse. But don't put yourself in between what amounts to 4 defenders when you dribble over half court. And every now and then you got to have a guard that just shreds the press just to put the press up back on their heels. You can't just always try and pass your way all the way through it.
So coming up, reminder, Southridge.
Right here, break the press,
And I think she stepped on the line. Yes, she did. Southridge and Silverton coming up next. Right now, Oregon City has just taken over this game. You wouldn't know it from looking at the scoreboard.
Chipped away at it, and now they are the more energetic team with more confidence.
Carnes goes down. Foul.
Good sportsmanship. Boy, if you told me those two look like twins, look at them guarding each other.
We've seen that matchup earlier. same height.
Nice cut.
Everything.
Yeah,
good steal, but she's in trouble. Ooh. Yeah, that. Oh, they're going to call a walk.
The small details of the game, jump stops. Jump stops are important. I've coached for 6 years at Oregon State, and we worked on jump stops and four-step starts every single day in practice. And the kids hated it, that, man, we didn't travel. When we came to stops on, oh, boy.
Oregon City, again, now they're up 7. It's their largest lead. And what does LaSalle do at this point? They have been completely flustered.
And now they're shrugging and looking at each other. You can't assign blame. Got to figure solutions. And
Coach Fiorante looking for answers right now.
yeah, this is where a coach has to provide leadership. The players aren't doing it. They're not leading each other. So you want a coach to give a clear, definitive plan in the huddle, which I'm sure he's trying to do, and then clearly delineate responsibilities. And if I could run down there and grab his clipboard, I would stick 2 players in either corner and stretch that defense so they can't crowd the ball so much.
Except it would have been better to do that 10 minutes ago.
That was true. Well, I'm sure 45 years ago somebody was watching me coach and saying
thinking the same thing, right?
That damn 20-year-old, what the hell does that kid know?
Please pardon me, I just want to give some shout-outs to these great restaurants making donations to our hospitality rooms. Got Amalfi's, Rudy's Pizza, Human Bean, Voodoo Donuts, No Ho's Hawaiian, Ingalinas, and Qdoba. Thank you all so much. Coming up next, Silverton and Southridge, a winner's bracket game. Silverton, the big comeback win against Alameda yesterday. Southridge had a barn burner where they were able to topple Auburn in a really good game.
Yeah, I can't wait to see Southridge play.
Yeah, you'll love it.
I had a chance to talk with their assistant coach for quite some time. I've known the Southridge program for years and years and years, and they've got one player I'm really anxious to see.
Bailey Griffin, freshman.
Yeah, Bailey's one of them.
Yep, they got multiple players you're going to want to see. I've been really impressed with the guard play from Oregon City in the second half especially. It's good D from LaSalle.
I made you internet famous.
There we
just
go.
then, Ben.
There we go. Got to take off somehow.
My 1.1 million followers.
Yeah?
No. No.
So it's a 9-point game.
There's the. Oh, pass to hands, Benjamin Button.
Yep.
That was a classic example of a straight line pass to nobody.
I hate to pick on a team over and over, but this fourth quarter for LaSalle.
It's been brutal.
Yes. Oregon City, on the other hand, has had one of the best quarters I've seen.
Back in the day, we would be practicing tomorrow morning at 5 a.m.
Yep.
And I'd run them for every time I saw them drop their shoulders and hang their heads and look at a teammate and shrug.
Seen a lot of that today.
Yeah, it has not looked good.
And they're up 11 all of a sudden.
Yeah, we thought it would come right down to the wire, and it's just.
And LaSalle has led for 80% of this ball game. Carnes needs to get on it. So Bergeson stripped it away. That's why it wasn't over and back.
Ooh, travel in the corner.
They're going to get a foul.
Yeah, just not a lot of fight in the Falcons. They look really tired.
Yes.
And I don't know where they went before this tournament, if they'd already played a tournament. They just look leg
And it's tough when you lose a player, a good player early on, you know. It makes it even harder.
And they haven't subbed the other 2 people on the bench too much, so thinned them out.
Oregon City is going to set up, assuming nothing crazy happens, set up a date with Auburn.
Yep. Well, that's the white flag, I believe. Unless we're going to go in here and foul. He's put all his athletic people in.
Just them both. It's the one thing you don't want to do at this point. But they get it back. And I think that kind of sums up this quarter. Carnes takes on the freshman, Henry. He's got plenty of time. You don't want to get an early shot here.
You don't even need a shot.
No.
Sometimes it's better.
Yeah, better let it run out.
Yeah, and not worry about it.
Weird rebound or anything like that.
Oh, boy. Ben, I'm going to need you to get a neck massage after this.
Oh, yeah?
Because that doesn't come as part of your skill set.
Does it? Unfortunately, I don't think that's in my arsenal quite yet.
Doggone it.
And bad news for you. I will get you some pizza, though.
I'm locking up, Ben.
Yeah. Maybe some pizza will make you feel better.
It would, actually.
Yep. It's good. There's a foul on LaSalle. And I'm sorry I don't have exact numbers on this quarter, but I think LaSalle has scored 2 points in this quarter.
Yeah, they have not done a very good job putting the ball in the basket, and they haven't really gotten good quality looks at all.
Because they had 25 at halftime, and then at the end of the third quarter, I think they had 40. So I think they have 3 points in this quarter.
I know at one point it was 42-41.
Okay.
Oregon City took the lead, I believe, at 39-38. So
that'll tell you a lot.
25 to
Oregon
4.
City's missing free throws, but getting the rebound. You don't need to do that.
No. This one's in the icebox.
We are going to see some substitutions. Still going with the press, even at this stage of the game. That was one of the best breaks.
I didn't want to say it, but
yep. This is Mara Reel for the Falcons.
Nice idea.
Not going to go. And I love the fight from these shorter players on Oregon City. They just put on a clinic.
Yeah, that's classic Oregon City basketball right there.
You can tell they have great chemistry with each other as a team.
Very unselfish, always looking ahead, and they have somebody making the effort to run. 2 good passes.
Five seconds left, so Oregon City.
Mara Reel came right in and gave him a quick lift.
Saw her a little bit in the game yesterday against Grants Pass.
Wonder if she's related to Doug Reel that used to play at Jesuit.
You know everyone, I
Reel
swear.
family? Well, I don't know for sure. I just know the name.
Know the name.
That's like seeing a Stoudemire, and you wonder anybody. There's lots of Stoudemires around the city, and you're just wondering how they're connected.
5 seconds left. There's a rebound. Oregon City fought harder, and to be honest, they were the better team.
Yeah, they were the better team today for sure, at least when it counted.
Yes.
I don't think they were the better team for 3 quarters,
No.
but for the 4th quarter, they made sure to assert their will.
So it's LaSalle gonna, obviously post game and everything. Got to get the morale up a little bit.
Yeah.
So you hate to see them hang their heads. But good win for Oregon City.
Yeah, you'd never know the history between the teams, and I hate to be overly critical of high school girls basketball players, but I would have liked to seen a little more fight down the stretch there.
Oregon City definitely was prepared and fought hard, and they earned the win. And so next up, we will have Southridge taking on Silverton. That game will start in about 10 or so minutes. Southridge, Silverton coming up. Don't go anywhere.